Welcome to Liberty Today. On today's show, an oxymoron. Sam Kephart talks about morality in government. Mark Chase is back to discuss spiritual awareness in South Dakota. Bob Ellis takes a look over the fiscal cliff. And Ed and Gordon are back with another review of the news.
We have a lot of things to talk about when we get together, Sam, but one of the things we haven't talked much about lately, Sam Kephart, by the way, nice to have you with us.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here.
Let's talk about God, government, and where we are today. How do you see those things tying together? Or do you?
Well, no, it's very simple. When you have leaders who basically have dropped a guillotine on the connection between government and godliness, or government and God's sovereignty, let me just be direct. There's only one sovereign. Anybody, now some of you may not be Bible believers, I understand that. But if you have any sense of the Bible from a Judeo-Christian background, there is only one sovereign, and that's God. God set the whole thing up. We literally are creations of God. So now we have a man-made system of government that was installed. Now in this case it's in the United States. We had the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. Both of those documents very, very clearly in their express wording as well as their intent talk about man operating under God. We don't have that now, Gordon.
Many people believe they were divinely inspired.
Okay, where are we now?
Well, I would say we are not divinely inspired these days.
And what's the result?
Well, that's a great question, and I think it's you're asking it rhetorically,
Yeah,
but let's discuss that a little bit. We are a nation, we are a debtor nation. We are a nation that kills our own children by the tens of thousands, by the millions. We are a nation of dysfunctional, alcoholic, addicted families. We are fractured, and we don't know where to go or what to do when it comes to our leaders. They don't really understand how to solve our problems.
Well, if you think about it, most complex pieces of machinery, and certainly a human being is a complex piece of machinery, just biochemically and emotionally and psychologically, and a government is a complex piece of machinery, a lot of moving parts. You can't buy a piece of technology. I mean, you buy a cell phone today. You may not read it, but your cell phone comes with an owner's manual that's this thick. Well, God, in His infinite wisdom, gave us the intelligence and the instruction that's in the Bible.
The owner's manual.
Word. It's the owner's manual
Yes,
for life. Our founders gave us two principal documents. The Declaration of Independence, which set the whole thing up, and then the Constitution, which set up how the wheels work within wheels. Which of those are we following now, Gordon?
Well, if you listen to ex-Speaker Nancy Pelosi, we're supportive of the 11th Amendment. Or wait, no, the 14th Amendment. Well, wait, whatever it is, I support the Constitution. People don't know the Constitution, they don't know the Bill of Rights, and if they do, they think they are irrelevant.
Right. Well, God is the sovereign. Under that, we have a sovereign United States. Under that, we have sovereign citizens. All that stuff, now, that ethos, that moral structure, that point of view or worldview that was set up has now been displaced. I'm going to give it to you. Come as you are, do as you please, anything goes. That's the current ethos, and that is what, in principle, not all, but a lot of very liberal Democrats and other people, or people that don't Bible believe, yes. Come as you are, do as you please, anything goes. And that's why we're in the hole we're in.
One of my bad habits is that I occasionally look at some of the blogs on the internet. And one particularly nasty blogger refers to me frequently and says how he over-godded me. What he's saying is how he puts too much God in everything. Sam, I don't believe you can put too much God. I think that's the problem. We have removed God from everything.
Well, Gordon, it's very interesting, and I don't want to thump anybody over the head here with the Bible, but if you have any inkling of belief there, in the New Testament it said that the times before Judgment Day would be like the days before Noah. I say we're in the period of time like the days before Noah. There's a few righteous people running around. No one's listening to them, and everybody's coming as they are, do as they please, anything goes.
I don't know about you, Sam. Well, yes, I do know about you. We want to be on the boat, don't we?
Well, it's going to be ugly when it happens, and yeah, you
Yes.
want your rear end on the boat, not in
Yes.
the water.
Well, folks, right now, I think Sam and I would agree, and maybe you would too, if we do not restore godly principles to this country, there really isn't much hope.